Welcome back, writers. This video is going to go over how to cite poetry in an essay in MLA format. You are welcome to a whole new way of citing. Each of our units, poetry, drama, short story, and even fiction, are cited a bit differently, and so I thought I'd make a video going over it. If you watched the last video I made on short story and MLA citing, then you kind of know the drill. We're going to go over a sample essay, and that'll help us to see what it looks like. So again, if you're watching this after summer 2020, this is an old video, but hopefully a goodie, and it will help you with your citing of poetry, which is different from how you cite short story and how you cite drama. We're going to go over a sample. It won't be too long, but we'll go over the features that you need to know, whether it's MLA formatting of the actual paper, whether it's in-text quotes, or your works cited page. And so here we are. I am just going to click on our discussion where we have a plethora of samples to look at. I'm going to click on the first one, which is a sample essay on Naomi Shihab Nye's poem Kindness. I'm going to pull that up so we can just take a look at the features of it. So here we have the writer Jacqueline de Leon, and we have her information here. Just as a reminder, what you should have on the third line is English V01B. And as far as the date, a little correction, we have 21st of March. We have the header with the page number here, and we have the title of the essay. You can take a little time and think about what you want your essay to be titled. Titles are fun because you can draw your reader in a unique way with a creative title. And then we have our 1-inch margins on the side, and we have our tabbing over, or our indentation, every time you begin a new paragraph. The formatting is important in so much as it helps guide your reader through your ideas. Starting a new paragraph when you have a longer chunk, like a page-long paragraph, is often important and helpful for your reader. It gives the reader's eye a break as they're reading. And remember, it's all about your reader when you're writing, structuring and formatting to where your reader has an enjoyable and kind of, I don't want to say easy experience, but easy to navigate your essay experience. So as you keep going in your essay, you will see that when you cite your poem, you'll have the title of your poem in quotation marks, and then when you're actually citing your line, if you're breaking it up, then you're going to have the lines of the poem cited in the parenthetical citation. Every time you cite a quote in the text of your body of your essay, you'll have the lines in the parenthetical citation. If you introduce the author in the sentence, then you do not have to put the author's name in the parenthetical citation. If you do not introduce the author in the sentence, you would add it here, so Nye, and then 2 through 4. So that's just a little bit of the formatting of the essay itself, and then also in-text citing for poetry. If you're using a longer chunk, you can cite it as a block quote or longer than, I think it's 4 lines for poetry. The lines are different because they're shorter. If you're looking at the format of the actual poem, then you would want to number the lines, so when you go back to cite it, you can just look at your numbering that you've done. Again, that's how it should look with MLA. Citation for a poem. By the time you get to the works cited at the end, you'll have your actual poem and where it came from, the information on there. So I hope that helps you a little bit. Again, remember that there are so many resources out there for MLA. Some of them are listed here. By far, one of the most useful ones is the OWL Purdue website. It will link you to lots of information for how to do MLA citations. You can take your time and go through it. You don't have to remember any of this information. You can always go online and use a guide or some free information out there. There's lots of YouTube videos for MLA citing. But if you're using the OWL Purdue, which I think is a really helpful one, it's tricky in the sense that it has lots of information, but it's helpful in the sense that if you take your time navigating, you can find pretty much everything you need for MLA citation, whether it's in-text citing or how to cite a specific source. Some of the poetry ones can be tricky because they are maybe a video on a website or a poem on a website, and so you just have to make sure that you're looking up what kind of source it is. The left-hand side, once you log into your actual the MLA formatting and guidelines or style guide, you'll see all the different links to the areas of MLA formatting that you might need help with. That one is quite useful. If you are on our class site and you happen to go to the home page, you will be able to see the buttons or the writer resources. By the time you see this video, if it's after summer 2020, this will look a little bit different, but in essence, the information will be similar. There'll probably be more awesome stuff on here for what you might need. There's an entire chunk on MLA formatting and citing, so take your time and give yourself a little bit of time to explore and a little bit of patience as you figure out the answers to the questions that you have. And little by little, MLA formatting will get easier, especially with practice. But again, the sources are on here for you. There's links. There's also tons of YouTube videos, like I mentioned, and different ways you can get feedback on your writing. I hope this helps build your confidence. And remember to just take your time, explore, see where different sites take you. If you're a visual or auditory learner, then I would recommend videos. There's lots of people out there who have made how-to videos for MLA specifically, and poetry specifically, since the citing is a little bit different because you have that line in the parenthetical citation, the lines of the poem, and then you also have the dashes or the slashes, the forward slash for separating the lines. So again, have fun, explore, learn something new, bring it back to us, and you can share it with us.